Hey awak yang tu lah. Jangan lupa subscribe channel kita. Tanda sokongan. Terima kasih.
Okay, so now let's read the question first. So figure 2 shows 2-point charges. We have Q1 and Q2. So Q1 is positive charge, Q2 is negative charge, are separated by 3.5 centimeter. So make sure you change to meter, right? Okay, so calculate the electric force that Q1 exerted on Q2. Q1 exerted on Q2, you highlight on Q2. Okay, now you need to draw direction of the force on Q2. So Q2 kita adalah negative, so negative will be attracted to positive charge. F21. Okay, so F21, direction dia apa tadi? Negative, because to the left. Kita lukis tadi direction dia adalah to the left. Okay, and the formula is K Q1 Q2 over R squared. So now you substitute negative. K is 9 exponent 9. Q1 is given 85 microcoulomb and Q2 is negative 50. But in your calculation, jangan substitute negative sign sebab kita dah consider dah kita punya direction tadi, negative. Okay. And the distance between them in centimeter, make sure you tukar kepada meter. So 0.035 squared. Squared jangan tertinggal lah. Okay, so the final answer is 3.12 times 10 power of 4 Newton. Okay, so this one should be negative lah. Jawapan dia negative. Okay, and you can write that the magnitude of the force is equal to, boleh salin balik, jawapan dia letak positive answer, doesn't matter. And the direction, since kita lukis tadi, the direction is to the left, right? Okay, so that's why the answer is negative, because force is a vector, so we have magnitude and also direction. Okay, now since we have two charges, if we calculate the force on Q1, the magnitude of the force is the same. Force to 1, magnitude dia sama dengan force on 1 due to 2. So if you want to find the force exerted on Q1, tadi kita dah kira Q2, itu dia saja. Force on 1 due to 2 is equal to, sebenarnya dia sama. Magnitude dia sama. So we put a modulus. So F to 1. Okay. So jawapan dia samalah F12 sama dengan F21, but we put modulus sebab kita nak magnitude sahaja. So the magnitude is the same but not the direction. Okay. The direction F12 is to the left. To the right. Okay. Ataupun you boleh tulis the direction is towards Q2. Okay. Alright. This one is very simple sebab kita ada dua saja charge. Okay. But make sure jangan silap dia punya direction. Tengok soalan tanya on siapa? On Q2 ke on Q1? Okay, next. Okay. So here we have three charges, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Positive, negative and positive. So calculate the magnitude and also the direction for the total electrostatic force exerted on Q1. So remember, exerted on Q1 here. Okay. On Q1, so you pun lukis lah all the forces on Q1. So on Q1, due to second charge, positive, negative, so positive will be attracted to negative. So dah akan jadi macam ini. Force on 1 due to 2. Force on 1 due to 3 to the left. Okay. So, bila kita nak tengok sini, kita nampak ada dua. Kan, kita nak kira the total force. Okay, the total force on charge 1 is equal to F12, positive lah. F12 is to the right, so tulis positive. Ini jangan careless. Plus negative F13. Negative because the direction is to the left. Then you substitute with the equation lah. KQ1 Q2 over R12. R12 squared. Okay, means that R12 adalah distance between charge 1 and charge 2. R13 mestilah distance between charge 1 and charge 3. Okay, so distance between charge 1 and charge 3 you kena tambah lah, which is 32 cm. Ini dia. Okay. So minus KQ1 Q3 over R13 squared. Okay, remember? So R12 is 12 centimeter, which is 0.12 meter. Okay. Ini adalah 32 centimeter, 0.32 meter. Okay. So you substitute all the values. Okay, you akan dapatlah dekat sini nanti. F12 is 150 minus 37.97. Remember, okay, Q2 ni nilai dia negatif. Dalam ini jangan masukkan negatif. Okay, ignore the negative sign of the charge. Okay, so ini kalau you kira, so final answer is 112.03 Newton, unit jangan lupa. Dan jawapan kita dapat dalam positive answer, means that the direction is to the right. Okay, finish question number 3. 3.1. Okay, kita baru finish question 3.1. Okay. So sekarang kita nak jawab 3.2. Sekejap So, question number 2. If the charge Q2 here can be moved left or right along the line connecting the charges Q1 and Q3. So here we have Q1 and Q3. Okay, Q1 and Q3 static or stay at the same position. Q1, Q3 tidak bergerak. Okay, so dia kata if charge Q2 can be moved to the left or to the right, kita boleh gerak kiri ke kanan. Okay, dia suruh kita kira calculate the distance. Calculate the distance from Q3 where Q2 experiences a total electrostatic force of 0. Alright, so on the line joining Q1 and Q3, you will find a point. Okay, you will find a point where the total force on Q2 is equal to 0. Tapi saya tak tahu dekat mana, kat sini ke, kat sini ke, dekat sini ke. So we just choose a point. Okay, let's say we choose a point here. Okay, let's say we choose a point here. Saya tak tahu saya letak. Or maybe here. Maybe if Q2 we put here. Okay, where the distance between Q2 and Q3 is X. Saya tak tahu. Okay, dan soalan minta kita tentukan or kira. Calculate the distance from Q3. Okay, from Q3 ni kita nak ukur where the total force on Q2 is equal to 0. So we put this as X centimeter. Okay, and the remaining distance here, okay, between Q2 and Q1. Okay, Q2 and Q1 should be apa? Kalau Q1 dengan Q3 ni tak bergerak tadi, 32 cm, yang bergerak hanyalah Q2 saja. Kita gerak ke depan sikit, kita dapat tengok pada kawasan ini the total force on Q2 kita kosong. Okay, so means that the remaining distance between Q2 and Q1 is 0.32 minus X meter. Ini kalau letak meter dah terus. Okay. Alright. So how to start? Okay. How to start? Okay. We need to write. Okay. Or we need to draw. Okay. We need to draw first the direction on Q2. So the direction on Q2. Okay. The force on Q2 due to charge 3 is to the right. Okay. Negative charge will be attracted to positive charge. Negative charge also attracted to Q1. F on 2 due to 1. Okay. So in order to get the total force is equal to 0, okay, you must make sure that the two forces are opposite direction. Baru logik untuk dia dapat total force equal to 0. Kalau dia same direction, tak logik lah. Contoh, F12, F13. Sampai bila-bila pun ini dia tak boleh equal to 0 Newton. Okay, ataupun ke sini. Sama juga. Okay, sampai bila-bila pun dia tak equal to 0 Newton. So, on charge 1 contohnya, dia mesti opposite direction. Salah satu ke kiri dan ke kanan. Dan ini baru betul. Okay, baru boleh jadi dia total force dia equal to 0. So, now we start with the information that we have. Okay, the total force on charge 2 is equal to 0. Okay, now we total all the forces. So F23 is to the right plus F21 is to the left. Okay, is equal to 0. So, jadi ini adalah negatif because to the left. Kan direction tadi to the left. So, now F23 equal to F21. So, kita pun tulis. KQ2 Q3 over R23 squared equal to KQ2 Q1 over R21 squared. So, this one we can cancel. Q2 pun kita boleh cancel. Okay. So, now we substitute the value of Q3. The Q3 is 36 micro. Okay. Q1 saya nak buat turun bawah lah. 12 micro. R23. R23 jarak antara charge 2 and charge 3 is X. Okay, saya buat naik atas. R21 is 0.32 minus X. Squared jangan lupa. Okay. So, this one you can cancel. Okay. Alright. So, here the trick is, okay, make sure you take make sure you take the square root for the both side. Ini, okay, jap. Quadratic equation ni, you jangan open the bracket. Okay, kalau you open, nanti you expand, dia akan jadi lebih panjang. So, in order to cancel or to eliminate the square here, okay, we take both side. We square root both side. Okay, we square root both side here. Then now you can eliminate the square. Okay, so square root, the one is 32, right? 32 or 36? Yes. Okay, so for here, okay, you have square root 3 equal to X over 0.32 minus X. So, yang you tekan calculator, jadi nilai yang ada square tadi semua dah hilang. Okay, therefore, you akan dapat X is equal to 0.203 meter. This is the distance that we measure from Q3. This is the distance that we measure from Q3 to Q2. X tadi, which is 0.203 meter. So, at this point, the total force on charge 2 is equal to 0. Okay? Alright. Now, question number 4. So, 3 identical point charges Q are placed along the x-axis. So, let's say here we have x-axis. Okay, which is x equal to 0. Okay. Let's say lah here is x equal to 0. Let's say we put a identical charge. So, let's say we put a positive charge here, Q1. So, here is x equal to 0 meter. And then the second charge, 0.3. Okay. And the last one here, Q3, x equal to 0.7 meter. So, this is the coordinate, but the distance between Q1 and Q2, make sure, okay, the distance is 0.3 meter, and the distance here is 0.7 tolak, 0.3. So, 0.4 meter. Okay, ini kena betul dulu. Alright. And then calculate the force on the center charge. The center charge means that the second charge lah. Okay, positive. The force on charge 2 due to 1 is to the right. The force on charge 2 due to charge 3 is to the left. They are repelling each other. Okay, so we want to calculate the total force. So, ini sama je macam tadi. F21 positive because to the right plus negative F23. Okay, so this one you can substitute K Q2 Q1 R21 squared minus K Q2 Q3 over R23 squared. Okay, so the distance R21, jarak antara 2 dengan 1, kita dah tahu dah 0.3. Squared jangan tinggal R23 0.4. Okay, nah, substitute lah. Masukkan 9 exponent 9 Q2 kita, Q2 kita tak tahu. So, sebab dia sama QQ, saya letak saja Q squared. Over 0.3 squared minus 9 exponent 9 Q squared over 0.4 squared. Okay, sebab kita tak tahu nilai Q, so final answer you try to solve. So, ini awak factorizekan lah. Q2 tu, okay, dengan 9 tu pun boleh juga. Dia akan jadi 1 over 0.3 squared. Okay, so the final answer in terms of Q squared. Okay, and the answer is positive, so to the right. Okay, macam tu. To the right. Okay, so finish question number 4. So let's proceed to question number 5. Alright, so this time, okay, this is 2 dimension. So we need to resolve and we involve x and y component. So, calculate the magnitude and direction of the total electrostatic force on Q2. You baca soalan on siapa, then you draw all forces on Q2. So, positive, negative, sudahkan ke sini. Okay, Q2 will be attracted to Q1, force 2 due to 1. Same goes to this one, right? 2 dengan 3 pula, ke sini. F2, 3. Okay. Settle. Jadi kalau you nampak dekat sini, F2, 3 tak perlu resolve, dia ke kanan. Tapi ini nampak tak? Dia ada angle ni, 17 degree. So we need to resolve, right? Okay, we need to resolve F2, 1. Okay. Sekejap. Okay, so sini F2, 1. Okay. So we resolve into F2, 1x. So angle sini 17. F2, 1y. Okay. So F2, 1x is F2, 1 sin 17. Ingat ini semestinya 1 sin sebab angle dia duduk jauh sikit. Yang sebelah ni baru cos. Okay. Alright. So F2, 1 is positive to the right. F2, 1y is upward, also positive lah, upward. Okay. Jadi untuk mudahkan awak, saya nasihatkan kita kira dulu. Kita kira dulu berapa kita punya resultant force, berapa kita punya nilai. The force on 2 due to 1 dulu. Kita kira dulu yang ini. Okay. So jarak antara charge 2 and charge 1 is 20 cm. Then you can substitute. Q2 4 micro. Q1 jangan masukkan negatif. The distance between them is 20 cm. So 0.2 squared. You kira dulu yang ini. Lepas tu you buat pula F23. So ada 2 saja jenis force. Okay. So Q2 is 4. So Q3 tu 5. Negatif jangan masuk. And the distance between R to 3. 2 dengan 3 is 12 cm, which is 0.12 squared. So 12.5. Okay. So now, since we have, okay, kita tahu yang X component F23, senang, tak perlu resolve. Okay. F23 in X component dah. So the direction is to the right, so positive 12.5 Newton. Okay. But F21, we need to resolve, right? X component. Saya guna color purple lah juga. F21 in X component, which is F21 sin 17. 17 degree. F21 tadi kan dah kira 5.4 sin 17. Make sure your calculator in degree mode. So you akan dapat the one kena kira lah yang ni. 5.4 sin 17. Okay. So 1.579 Newton. Okay. So if you want to find the total force in X component, kena tambahlah F23X plus F21X. Okay. Kedua-duanya direction dia to the right. So positif lah. Ni pun sama. Jadi bila tambah, you tambahkan terus. Dua-dua positif. Okay. So the total is 14.08. Okay. 14.08 Newton. And for the force in Y component, F21 cos 17. F21 saya dah kira tadi 5.4 cos 17. So saya akan dapat dekat situ 5.16 Newton. Okay. So belum siap lagi. We want to calculate the resultant force. So the magnitude. So remember the magnitude. Okay. Force on charge 2 square root the total force in X component squared plus the total force in Y component squared. Masukkan nilai dia tadi. Okay. So the answer is 15.0. So this is the magnitude and the direction you need to find the inverse tangent, the total force in Y component over X component. Okay, so 5.16 over 14.08. So the angle is 20.1 degree. Okay, and then it is above positive x-axis. Jika masih ada ramai yang tak tahu macam mana you dapat above positive x-axis, remember total Fy kita dapat positive, right? Ni positive, so upward. Total Fx also positive, so to the right. So the resultant force F2 in this direction lah. And ini positive x-axis. Ini negative x-axis. Okay. So above positive x-axis. Alright. So finish question number 5. Then the last question for this subtopic. Okay. Tengok soalan, determine the magnitude and direction of the net electric force on Q3. So Q3 kat mana? Sini Q3. Okay. So Q3 is positive. Q1 is positive. Q2 is negative. So now let's draw all the forces. Okay. So Q1 and Q3. So Q3 will be repel. Ke sana. Sorry, F. F on 3 due to 1. Okay. So kita ada y-axis and x-axis. Macam tu. So kalau sini 72 angle dia, so sini berapa? Okay, so kira yang itu. So angle dekat situ kalau you nak pakai sini pun boleh. So 90 minus 72. So 18 lah. Okay. Kalau sini 18 ataupun nak senang. Kalau sini 72. Sini pun sama. Angle dia kan. 72 degree. So, angle sini sama dengan angle sini. 72 degree. Boleh Lepas tu, the force on charge 3 due to charge 2. So, dia akan attract to charge 2. Okay. Force on 3 due to charge 2. So, that one is 56 here. So, the angle is 56 here. So, we start the angle here also 56. Okay. So, sama juga. Okay, F31. You nak kena resolve kepada X component. So, F31 cos 72. F3Y. This one is F31X. Sekejap Saya betulkan balik. F31X. F31 cos 72. F31Y. F31 sin. Sin 72 degree. Okay. Ibu yang bawah tu sama juga. F32. Okay. So the angle here is 56. F32X. F32 cos 56. F32Y. Negatif lah. Sebab downward F32 sin 56. Okay. Direction dia downward direction. Okay. So now, we calculate what is the force of F31 and F32 dulu. Senang. Okay, Q3, Q1 over R31 squared. So the distance between charge 3 and charge 1 is 32 centimeter and this is 36 centimeter. Okay, make sure you change the meter, okay? So Q3 is 4. Q3. Q3 is 4 betul. Okay. And Q1 is 5. The distance between them in meter is 0.32 squared and 1.76 Newton. While F32, okay, make sure you don't substitute the negative sign. Sebab charge 2 tu negatif. Ni jangan. Okay, alert. So that one is Q3 is 4. Q2 is negative 4. So 4 saja. The distance between them is 0.36 squared. Squared jangan lupa. So that one is 1.11 Newton. Okay. Now you find the total force in X component and also in Y component. Okay. The total force on charge 3 in X component. So we have F31X to the right plus F32X also to the right. Okay. So F31X adalah F31 cos 72 plus F32 cos 56. So ini kita boleh carilah balik. Tekan calculator. So ini you akan dapat 1.16. Terus tepi ni. But total force on charge 3 in Y component, F31 Y upward positive plus F32Y tadi berapa? Plus F32Y. So dia akan jadi F31 sin 72 plus negatif F32 sin 56. Okay, you tekan calculator. Ingat nilai yang ini you ambil lah. Ini tadi kan kita dah kira. F31, F32. So F31 is 1.76, 1.11, 1.11, 1.76. So the answer for total force in Y component, 1.3, no, that one is 0.75. Okay. And now you find the resultant force on charge 3. So the total force in X component plus the total force in Y component. So the answer is 1.38 Newton. So this is the magnitude and the direction is inverse tangent, total force in Y component over total force in X component. So the answer is 22.88 above positive X-axis. Okay. So total Fy kita dapat positif, so upward. Total Fx pun kita kira tadi dapat positif. So to the right. So the resultant force on charge 3 here. Yang kita dah kira tadi lah 1.38 Newton. Where the angle is here, 32.88 degree above positive X-axis. Okay, so finish all the question. So if you want extra question and you need more questions, okay, to try, you can try this one. Okay, you go to folder, sorry, this one is list, playlist of semester 2 physics materials, and then you choose that one is folder for chapter 1 electrostatic. You click here. So when you click here,
So we have a change of momentum.
Here we have examples. Okay, so you have examples, extra examples for 1.1, and then you have extra examples for subtopic 1.2 and so on. So we can try, you can copy the question and then try first, then you check, okay, based on the video. So see you in the next subtopic, which is 1.2. Alright, thank you. Jumpa lagi. Bye-bye.